Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you to everyone that's in attendance here. Yes, there is some massive breaking news when it comes to Title Update 6.1, and there's a lot of rumors that are circulating around, a lot of speculations, and I'm here to put all those to bed, answer all your questions, give you all the gory, juicy details of this awesome experience that is coming here in Title Update 6.1, December the 10th. Now, we have a special employee that actually came up with these ideas and this particular game mode, the hardcore mode, the one in question, the one that, has all these rumors circumventing around it and whatnot. But I was actually able to catch up with him earlier and ask him a few questions on how he came up with the idea. So here's that footage.
Excuse me, can I get a quick word in about Title Update 6.1 and how you came up with that idea? Okay, well, thanks for responding.
As you can see, he's a genius of a few words, and most are. But at least we did get some kind of answer out of him. But what I really gathered from it is, so you mean to tell me that they went and got the janitor to work on concepts and Division 2 ideas on his free time? That same free time that he takes each and every day to braid Squeamish's hair and to wax Yanket's legs. So now he can no longer do that, something that he loves, I'm pretty sure they enjoy, something that's going to break up his routine each and every day, and now he's going to have to spend his free time on game ideas and helping with its development. And I should keep in mind, I guess, it is comforting to know that it is something that he wants to do, that, he feels very passionate about the game, and apparently sees that the actual devs that's working on the game could really care less about it. So, in light of this, it just seems to me that the janitor can come up with ideas on his free time, but the full-time game devs on the Division 2 can't, and they actually are getting paid for it. Yep, that makes complete sense. Wow, I wish I could have looked at it that way sooner. So let's talk about that idea, that hardcore game mode. So the gist of it is, and basically, we are playing the same missions from start to finish, from the beginning of the game, the whole story, line, everything, hardcore. And that is meaning that if you die, you lose everything that's on you. Now, it's still kind of unclear to whether the stuff that you have stored in your stash, that you lose it or you don't lose it. I think more or less that you lose the stuff that is actually on your person, but the stuff that you saved in your stash, you can, possibly bring that out and restart, because once you die, you do have to start over. But if one did that, then is it really that much of a challenge being able to keep, higher stuff and still having to start back at square one? So that's going to be interesting to see if they actually allow you to do that. I mean, some parts of me will think that they will, just because, if they don't, people might say it's too hard and they'll end up, allowing you anyways. But it seems like if it's, supposed to be challenging and something, to benefit from as far as the drops that it can give you, so the incentives are there, but are they? We'll get to that in a moment. So, and you would think that, once you lose everything. You have to start clearly back over from scratch. So essentially, it's kind of like survival. And really the only end game is, I would assume, of doing every single story, side mission, everything in the game, even all the way up to the raid, that's part's interesting. Now, I appreciate the guy and his passion for the game, and at least putting forth that due diligence, that effort. So nothing, I'm not trying to take any away from him. Thank you for that. But if also, in my opinion, and this may seem harsh to those, but this is my opinion, that if they really were passionate about the game and they knew the game, instead of trying to come up with a gimmick to pacify us, something shiny and new, that's why I say pacify us until Title Update 7 drops next year, you would think that they actually would take that free time and and do something that's actually going to be for the betterment of the game, such as the issues that we've been having since the launch. Now, some of them have just been recent, and some are just reoccurring over and over and over. They get fixed 1 minute, then a couple weeks down the road, when they fix something else, and the old bugs keep coming back. Bullet registration, skills not working properly. Speaking of skills not working properly, okay, what if you have a hive, your hive malfunctions and doesn't work and doesn't proc to get you back up, and then you have to start all over? A lot of people are going to be pissed if that happens. Just saying. But anyways, not to get off track. Yeah, it's cool, but you know, the invisible walls, the bullet registration, the amount of load times, and the crappy RNG. So the incentive to actually play that game mode, the way the RNG is, be like, why would I want to put suffer myself through something I've already done so many times for the mediocre crap gear that you're giving me? And you're meaning to tell me also that with all these bugs, issues, and whatnot that we've been going on for months, that you did find time to create a stupid flashlight that doesn't help us whatsoever beat any mission, the game doesn't help us whatsoever. It just helps us see the sewer a little better, but it's not really that dark to begin with, and there's nothing like really hidden in darkness that we need to actually see in anyways. So it's things like that people, or the small minority, are wanting. And yes, they do sound cool, but the overall experience of the game and the bugs in which we have been facing for quite some time, it just seems that the time and energy to create stupid gimmicks like that could be better spent on actual fixes for the game. Because at this rate and pace, even the hardcore fans like myself that always look at things as the glass is half full are even going to be gone. Most of all the others have already gone, and now you're down to 30% of your player base, if that. And this path, yeah, it's going to bring some people back when Title Update 7 come, but then a couple weeks later they're gone again. But yet the hardcore people, the end game, the PvPers, just like as in Division 1, are here. We're trying to have fun with the game, but you make it ever increasingly hard in order to do so, because instead of actually doing what needs to be done, you're getting janitors to give you ideas. I mean, come on, really? And yes, the reason why I'm utilizing this face mask here is because I'm kind of been sick lately, and I'm just completely starting to become really allergic to Massiv's bullshit. But that is just my 2 cents and my opinion. I just think that, other ideas that's going to actually better the game. And as I always say, if the state of the game with all its bugs, if it's kind of crappy, and then you try to put stuff on top of that you haven't completely fixed all the bugs and worked out yet because of the pile of crap that's already, that we're having to deal with, the game is just piling poop on top of poop. Until you fix the underlying issues and causes, it doesn't matter how much content or new stuff you throw into this game, it's still going to fall down to its core features and is going to tank. Yes, it's going to be fun there for a while, but then, with all the issues, just as, the skill's not working, and if that's the cause, because it won't revive you like it's supposed to, and you have to start right back over in hardcore mode, it's things like that's what pisses people off, because you're getting people to work on your game in their free time, in which you can't do it in your actually paid time and do actually your job. But that's just probably me just being harsh, but I've given this game so much, and I've always looked at it as the cup is half full, and it's just getting really exhausting. It's hard, each and every week that passes to find the motivation to actually get back on here and continue to grind. The PvP still can be kind of fun, but then when you got trash cans thinking that they're good running double hills, 550k armor, and shotguns because the devs refused to actually fix their broken mechanics, and something that they said that they were actually fixing with Title Update 6, but really they just kind of morphed it into a different form. The same issues, balance issues are still there, they've just changed forms. So nothing really got fixed at all. It just made it seem like they are, and they kind of talk out of both sides of their mouth. And it's just getting really, really frustrating, and that's why I call this more or less my rant. Is it something cool? Yeah, maybe for a couple days, and they're like, we've done this, 50 million times before. And speaking of which, if you already had leveled up 4 complete characters for the storage space previously, you're going to have to delete one of those 4 in order just to get this hardcore character in order to play this hardcore mode. So clear out your stash of your 4th character. If you have anything, or you're hoarding any items or whatnot on that character, get rid of them, because you're going to have to delete them. I'm sorry. They said, they didn't have time, or wasn't really even thinking about, adding a 5th character specifically for the hardcore mode, so that way you can still hold on to your other core 4. They said it might be something they could think about like later on down the road, but they have no plans absolutely whatsoever about it. And even though that this game mode is still in beta, like they can't actually implement in that before, is that something they didn't think about prior to all this, so they're just kind of slapping shit together again and just saying, here, it's something new, deal with it, and then we'll finally get it fixed 6 months down the road, and maybe 2 years from now it can actually be an awesome, great game. But anyways, enough of my rant though with, like I said, sum it up. I just think his free time, ever how free it is, appreciate all the work that you actually did. But, I just think there's other things that need addressing and fixed. And if you want to donate your free time because you're passionate and love the game, then fix the core issues. Don't keep compounding the situation. That is just my opinion. I want to know what your opinion is. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But thank you guys so much. We'll see you fudging later.